I introduced you not too long ago to CTA Yvonne, and with the discussion that me, sucked at CTA probably pretty much the same as you're doing, may do in the future, have done in the past. And yet I managed to get through it, and so therefore there's hope for you. So, continuing the theme, CTA is about failing forwards. And it took me a long time to realize that probably one of the best things that could have happened to me was failing, and it should have happened sooner. Students don't understand when I say that I would prefer that they failed stuff in undergrad, especially not your classic accounting student, type A, personality, perfectionist, achiever, very ambitious, and that's fantastic, striving for excellence, and that's fantastic. But failure is an important skill to learn in life, and the skill is that just because it feels like you can't do something, it doesn't mean that you can't. Just because you feel down doesn't mean that you will always be down. And you only learn that lesson when you fail. It is so easy to say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Yvonne. Failing, you just have to keep on getting back up again. It's so easy to nod your head and go, yeah, that's true, that's right. But when it's you crying, and when it's you that's failed, when it's you that's lost something, and that you wanted so badly that you didn't get, then it is a lot harder to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Failing in CTA, failing tests in CTA, I've discussed it, it completely paralyzed me. The lesson to be learned from that, and the lesson that I give students from that, is that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And CTA is about failing forwards and continuing to move and to keep getting up again. And it is hard. It is a long year. If you haven't done CTA, you don't understand how traumatic it is. People often used to tell me, oh yeah, I studied XYZ, part-time, so I know what it's like. And I'm like, guys, you have no idea. Eventually I just stopped saying something, because if you haven't been through it, you just don't understand how traumatizing it is. Winning sometimes is nothing other than just to keep going. Failing and getting up again and going, okay, I've learned something else. Your life does not have to look like this forever. It won't look like this forever. The difference is what you choose to do now. There is only one person in the whole world who can make that choice for you, and that is you. There is only one person in the whole world who has the strength to stand up, dust yourself off, and go, okay, let's do this. And that's you. You are in absolute control of what you do today, tomorrow. Maybe you sucked it today, tomorrow a little bit better. Tomorrow you get up again and you go, let me give this another try. And every time you fail, you just keep getting up. For me in CTA, it was an incredibly hard lesson, and it's something that really I only realized later how incredibly important it was. And afterwards, I wished that I had failed earlier in my studies, because then I would have learned that lesson. I would have learned that failing once doesn't mean always failing. I learned that lesson too late. I should have learned it earlier. Guys, there's only one person who's in control of this, and it's you. You may not feel like you're in control, but you're absolutely in control. You're the only person who can make decisions about what you're going to do tomorrow when you wake up, what you're going to do later. You are the only person. We can support you, we can be there for you, we can advise you, but there is only one person who can take and bring that mental strength, and that is you. And you have to keep doing that. You have to keep going.